These are some Dinar Guru updates, starting off with Mountain Goat article quote, "For the first time, central bank sales are devoid of foreign remittances." Quote, "The central bank sold today during its auction for buying and selling US dollars 43 million and $500,000. They have told us Iraq needs about 60 million in currency auctions sales a week to meet the demand of the Iraq economy. So this sales is just about where they expect it. Also, this time the auction sold only cash, no electronic transfers." Question, did they finally get it under control using the new platform installed by the US Treasury? Remember, it was going over 200 million most weeks, and the difference was being stolen and not part of the economy. To me, this is very good news. It matters in stabilizing the monetary system of Iraq. We need this before they will pull the trigger on any reinstatement. When the CBI says they need stability, this is all part of it. Sandy Ingram, this is an extremely important lesson and real case study of the Central Bank of Egypt's decision to float the currency. We are sharing this information so you know what to expect or not to expect should and when Iraq floats their currency. Floating a currency means the government is no longer controlling the value of the Egyptian pound. For decades, the Egyptian currency was pegged. It could only go up or down based upon the fluctuations of the US dollar. Then Egypt needed a loan from the IMF. One of the conditions required Egypt to float their currency. The immediate results were high prices and a sudden widening of the exchange rate between the black market and Central Bank of Egypt's currency rate. The value of Egyptian pound dropped by nearly 50% last Thursday. However, in the long term, it is hoped floating the currency will control inflation. Egypt has been running desperately short of foreign currency. Iraq does not have this problem. Iraq foreign currency reserve is now over $96 billion. Mark Z via PDK, there's been no RV news since yesterday evening. Everything still appears to be moving forward. Groups are still finishing any paperwork submissions they need by this evening. Everyone is still looking for a release around the 9th, so it still looks good. Nader from the Mideast, the only way for you to be comfortable and say, okay, it's time or it's close is when you see him change currency. When you see him, the CBI, come out with a new currency and stop buying and selling the dinar. All right, Walking Stick via Frank26, don't think for one moment that the float is going to go into a ridiculous number like $5, $6, $7. Absolutely not. The CBI is in control, not out of control. Bans, measures will continue to keep the Iraqi dinar as it floats within a discipline from plus or minus 3% with a predetermined exchange rate as a goal. Don't think that it's going to go higher than other Middle Eastern countries. Claire article quote, "Minister of Oil, we have achieved more than $115 billion in exporting crude oil for the year of 2022. Pimpy says the redenomination of the Iraqi dinar, too much crap has happened with the Iraqi dinar for it to continue to exist in its current state. Something needs to be done about that." All right, Bruce via Wiser Now, this is what we're hearing. Bondholders, it's important that we know when the bondholders are actually going to be paid because it should trigger virtually a shotgun start with us. Could be within hours of when we get notified. When will the notifications come to us? Probably Monday. We got a good shot of getting our exchanges started Monday evening. If it's later in the day on Monday, we get our notifications, so we are automatically defaulted to Tuesday for our start of exchanges. So I'm excited about where this is going. I hope this is the end of the ride. Caparoni question, Iraq has $80 trillion idle. Just a question, how can it reinstate at 1-to-1 with all that? That is a huge load of them, isn't it? Caparoni says the latest articles I've seen from the Ministry of Finance indicate Iraq has over 100 trillion dinar in circulation. Even if it was less, it's still significantly more than Iraq could ever afford to RV. Walking Stick via Frank26, the 3 zeros are going to drop gradually as the IQD floats internationally. You will see the exchange rate go from 0.000 to 0.00 to 0.0, and that is the float. Lastly, Bruce via Wiser Now, we hope that the intel we're getting now, and we've got it from several sources. We've got it from sources from Wells Fargo, Citibank, we've got it saying that we're going to start these exchanges on Tuesday, and that's what I believe.